good morning. It's Friday morning in Taiwan. It's a gorgeous day. And I'm just going to take you from my current reality here in Taiwan to my utopian reality that I've created with Google SketchUp. So this is my real classroom. And for this assignment, I have chosen to use Google SketchUp, which is a program that's available free from the internet. I tend to be a little tech savvy. I really enjoy doing things in my classroom with technology, and I used this as a perfect opportunity to familiarize myself with this program. I would recommend it, although it does come with its fair amount of glitches. One of the first things that you can note here is that there are not very many desks. I figure as a utopian school that I'm able to create, I would love to have a smaller class. Unfortunately, it seems that there are too many components in here and it keeps going into these wonky looking boxes. So I'm just going to delete a few more of these chairs to see if that'll help free up some space. One thing about this program is each of the components that you see, each chair, each plant, everything on the walls, the windows, has been added individually. So each of that takes up its own amount of memory space. And so let's see if we can zoom in here. Whoa. Okay, so this is the front of the room. There are two whiteboards, and over here is a smartboard. There's a podium, a stage. There are many visual things on the wall. One of my favorite educational quotes is in the front, saying, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire," by Yeats. I have many bulletin boards which actually have my students work on it. I took screenshots. I loaded them into Pages, took screenshots, and then was able to place them on. If you notice, here is a Macintosh laptop. I am a Mac person. I do a lot with computers, as I've said. And in a utopian school, in my utopian school, it would be very much like my own current teaching situation where it's a one-to-one laptop school. But in the event that it's not, here we have different computers for a student center where they can work together, getting into the more collaborative aspects of things. Here would be a door to go outside of the classroom, more student work. In the front left, in the front of the room, the poster on the left is 100 most commonly misspelled words. I feel that that offers something for the symbolic learners who need to be able to apply things. To the left of the smartboard is a poster. It's a literary timeline, which is my attempt to appeal to the mathematical intelligences in my room. There's a stage. There's a lot of things that we can do with that. We get into the body learners, the kinesthetics. It offers people space to move. Students like Sally in Miss Hansen's class who were frustrated by the fact that they remained stationary for so much time. This actually gives them a place to go. The reason why I chose to include a podium is I think that public speaking is something that is really important, and it's something that I believe that students need many opportunities to practice. So I wanted to give them a space through which they could do that. In the very front of the room on the whiteboard is a screenshot of the Wordle that I have hanging in my room of my own rules. The largest and most important rule in any classroom I've ever been in is respect. Also, you see no gaming, which seems to be a little bit of a problem with a one-to-one laptop school. Speak English in English, clean up after yourselves. Very specific, straightforward kinds of rules, but it provides a visual aid, something that I can refer to and reinforce my rules in terms of behaviorism. Back here we have a table. Again, in terms of implementing components, I would like 3, 4, 5 tables for when students need to get together, work together. I do a lot of creative projects, so it offers students an opportunity to spread out, make some space. If you look on this bulletin board here, it says, "Be the change you want to see in the world." Gandhi, clearly. I think it's really important as a teacher to be able to share some sort of philosophy with students, get students thinking positively. On this bulletin board also, there are actually some faces of my students on both some photographs. Here are books. I'm a literature teacher. I think that if I didn't have books in the classroom, I'm missing something. It's important for students to be able to see that, to be immersed in books, have them around them in terms of just being able to flip through, see titles. I read very often. I love when I'm able to have side conversations with students about what they're reading. The big buzz at my school at present is The Hunger Games, since it comes out today, actually, and the students are so excited. Are you going to see it, Miss Daly? And we've been talking about it and reading the books, things like that. I've chosen to include a second back room. It's connected through a glass door. Here, again, there's more work on display. I think bulletin boards are really important, not only for the students who are in the room, who are able to see their work, feel proud about the things that they've done, but also for students in other classes to be able to see what their peers are doing or what the other grades are doing. And I have a lot of great student work that I'm really proud of. There are some bean bags here for students who want to curl up, maybe read, do some homework, for the more individual mindset. Here's sofas and chairs and a table where students can work together. Also, there's my desk with an iMac on it. I think it's important to, as a teacher, to have multiple spaces through which you can work with students. I don't always like it to be at my desk. Most often I'll sit at a student desk. If you notice too, in the other room, in the front of the room, I sit in a student desk always. I like the peer mentality that comes with that, and I feel that for my relationship with my students it works. Here we have a Bose, I don't know why I keep saying Bose sound dock. There's a sound dock where students can plug in their iPods. I do a lot with music. I feel like it's a good opportunity to do things with pacing for breaks. I'll play instrumental music when there's group work going on. There are quotes everywhere appealing to the visual learners. I'm trying to speed through this a little bit. I've also made a keynote with screenshots where I get a little more in depth into my explanations of what I've chosen and why. There are 2 sets of tables with 2 chairs each where students can either kind of isolate themselves and study and work. I often have students in my room whether or not I have class, if they have an independent learning. I like having students in the room. This is a poster that I've made, again, on pages of texts that are read in my class throughout the year in the different classes. I've included To Kill a Mockingbird specifically for Henry, because I know that he loves that book, as did my 9th graders this year. And the last portion of this is I've created an outdoor space. I think it's really important to get students outside. How do you read things like Thoreau and Walden without being able to have the opportunity to get outside? Currently, I work in Taiwan. It's lovely, gorgeous spring weather. Next year, I'll be in Venezuela. So there are many opportunities for kids to get outside, to do different things. It also appeals to the naturalist learners. I have plants spread around the room on my desk, in my own personal classroom and in my hypothetical classroom. If we go outside, there are different things going on out here, different tables. I would love to go outside with them, do lessons outside. 2 sets of doors, one leading into the back room, the other one leading into the front. So yeah, that's a general crash course of my perfect ideal classroom. Again, I would recommend Google SketchUp. This has been a real lot of fun. It's been a great opportunity and I've enjoyed playing with it. So yeah, that's it. This class has been great. I've really enjoyed working with everybody, and hopefully I'll see you again in another course. For those of you who are graduating, best of luck and keep in touch. Bye-bye.